Drives Lives with Steve Harris.
This is BBC Radio Solent.
Thank you, Anna. It's 5:15. Steve Harris with you for a Thursday night. And every night about this time we do something called Drives Lives. You've got a revolving cast of characters, originally from the south, to whom interesting and exciting things are happening. And I should probably have done some maths on this earlier on. But I'm going to say my next guest spoke to me earlier from about 8,000 miles away. Holly Keyser from Winchester. She's been with Hampshire Police for the last 9 years. But at the start of June, she headed off around the world on a career break to raise money for the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance. And we Skyped from China earlier, and she told me she was effectively on the set of one of the most successful films of all time.
I'm in China in a place called Yangshu, which is not too far from Hong Kong.
And this is a part of the world that people who are film buffs will know because it's appeared in one of the biggest films of all time.
Yes, it's beautiful. It's got a lot of the mountains that were filmed in the movie Avatar. So I'm very happy because that is one of my favourite films. So yes, it couldn't be a nicer place to be.
Now, in terms of your project, the aim was that you were going to run 1 mile in one country, 2 miles in a second country, 3 miles in a third country, and so on. I think the last time we spoke, you were maybe up to around about mile number 6. I think you just run somewhere near Venice. How have you been with the running since then?
Yes, I did. It was actually 6 miles in Russia I did. And that went well. I ran with a Russian girl. Unfortunately, it aggravated a knee injury that I sustained just before leaving, which meant that I couldn't run it in Mongolia, where I was supposed to run 7 miles. And that was a huge setback because I was just desperate to run there. It's a part of the world that I was looking forward to going to, which I still did. But sadly, I wasn't able to run there. So I gave my knee a bit of a rest and arrived in China, and then chose to run 7 miles in Shanghai. I contacted a local running club and they were wonderful and gave me a route to run along. But sadly, during that run, my knee injury worsened to the point that I actually had to stop and walk for a short while and then carry on, and it was incredibly painful. Not to mention it was 40 degrees and 100% humidity. So that was a challenge. It really was a challenge. And I found it very hard. It did knock my confidence. However, since then, I've been resting it and I can feel it's getting better. And I think it's going to be just fine when I do my next run. So,
so what are you doing to fill your time at the moment? A little bit tells me that you've found gainful employment.
Yes, I'm actually teaching English in Yangshu, which is fantastic. It's rewarding, it's exciting, it's a gorgeous place to be. I've got everything that I want here, so I'll probably spend a couple of months here rehabilitating it, start training again so I can do my next run in a reasonable time. But yeah, teaching English, which is pretty easy because obviously I'm English, so yeah, it's not too much of a challenge.
And what's the plan? Do you have some kind of idea of where you'll head to next and where the next few runs might be, even if they are a couple of months away?
Well, the next one is two minds. There's a bit of an argument whether Hong Kong is a separate country. And it's such a divisive argument that I just don't know. But I think probably Hong Kong. I'm going to take it that because it's got a different currency and drives on a different side of the road and everyone there seems to think it's a different country, then yeah, maybe Hong Kong. If not there, then it will be Thailand. And yeah, it may be a couple of months' time, I think. I just need to give my knee a reasonable time to heal, otherwise it's going to set me back long term, which I definitely don't want.
And you're raising money for the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance. Are you kind of keeping them informed as to what you're doing and staying in contact with those guys?
My contact with them has been limited just because the internet's not been too great here. I'm trying to update my website and I'll send them an email as soon as I've got my website updated so they can be notified of where I am in the world. But yeah, they've made contact with me a couple of times, but sadly the internet here has been a bit tricky at times. But yeah, the fundraising's going well. I'm still getting money through, so I'm very happy with that.
And go on then, the website with all the videos and all the news and all that kind of stuff is what?
www.runfortheirlife.co.uk.
What about Drives Lives guest there? Holly Keyser, running around the world. The website address, if you'd like to find out a bit more, runfortheirlife.co.uk.